Okay, let's see if we can get through one of these skits.
Sketches. Davey, please.
So I'm struggling with my review of Saturday Night because I'm split. I can't deny it provoked a reaction in me. Jason Reitman, the director, has created this kind of ticking time bomb of a journey, a countdown where you are watching in pretty much real time the last 90 minutes before Saturday Night Live went to air for the first time ever. This is a runaway train barreling down the tracks where they're building the tracks in front of the train as it goes. And much of this is captured in these amazing, you call them wonders, these uninterrupted tracking shots where the camera is moving in and around all the backstage rooms where we're meeting all the talent, no edits, and you get pulled in by the energy of all of that. It is infectious.
You haven't locked the script. Your actors are missing.
Have you seen John Belushi?
Your crew is in open rebellion.
Jesus Christ.
And I do wonder if part of the reason of that is almost to distract us from the story in that it is somewhat slight. What is the story? Lorne Michaels is there in New York City to do something for NBC that has never been done. This Canadian comedic boy genius who is there to launch a sketch kind of variety show on television. And many of the powers at be, the executives, they are ready for him to fall flat on his face. They already have a tape of Johnny Carson ready to go because they don't think he can pull it off.
What is this? Why are you queuing up Carson? Who is that?
I think that's Tony Curtis. That's pretty normal right before a live show, right, Dave?
Yeah, if anything goes wrong, we bump the tape.
On a technical level, Saturday Night is a tour de force, capturing the chaos and energy of this group of young comedians trying to do something new. A lot of this feels almost like a live action version of The Muppet Show, right? All the backstage bedlam, all the various subplots of the stars, and yes, there's a version of Jim Henson, and I don't want to talk about it because it kind of did him dirty.
The writers tied a belt around Big Bird's neck and hung him from my dressing room door.
But in terms of bringing these comedic legends back to us just when they were young actors starting out, some of the casting is really quite inspired. Corey Michael Smith as a young Chevy Chase, you get talent, but also a sense of the arrogance.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, tripped over my penis.
Dylan O'Brien as a very goofy but very funny Dan Aykroyd. Lamorne Morris makes a meal out of the small part of Garrett Morris, who is feeling that he's just the token black member of the cast. Rachel Sennett, maybe you loved her from Shiva Baby or the movie Bottoms. She's the wife of Lorne Michaels, but she's also a writer on his show, and that relationship is kind of nebulous. And I don't think the film does a good job of truly clarifying it. But with so many actors and so many moving parts, if you're an SNL nerd, if you know the history, you're gonna be delighted to see people like Jane Curtin and Billy Crystal just when they were starting out and kind of bringing to life little moments of SNL history. But then you get to the central role of it all, the grand wizard behind the curtain, of course, Lorne Michaels, played by Canada's own Gabriel LaBelle. And this is really where I feel that Saturday Night stumbles, because it feels more like a hagiography about Lorne Michaels, something that is kind of polishing the myth of Michaels, than a real look at how he created this comedic institution. I mean, the real man, he has ruled this studio at NBC. This is someone who can make and break careers. But Gabriel LaBelle gives us this kind of twinkled-eyed optimist who is almost endearing in his hope that he's going to prove them wrong and create this new era of sketch comedy.
We should run the dress rehearsal and claw back a win next Saturday.
We can't, Dick. It's a live show.
We're just not ready.
Doesn't matter that we're ready. It matters that it's 11:30. That's when we go on.
And so many of the people standing in Michael's way in this film, the executive played by Willem Dafoe, the old boys club kind of watching the show from a distance. There's these straw men just set up that he can easily knock over.
Gentlemen, how long have you been standing there?
Long enough.
They want you to fail. They're betting on it.
And that's where you get to feel like this, this isn't an accurate look at what happened in Saturday Night Live, and it's not surprising at all that Michaels The real Michaels actually gave Jason Reitman his blessing. At the same time, as that clock ticks down, as they are literally building the stage brick by brick, which is a little too on the nose, I got goosebumps. This machine that Jason Reitman has created to bring back to life those precious minutes before the show went to air, when it felt like everything would just spill over into chaos, is so effective.
We need to let the audience in.
Oh, you don't.
What the hell is happening? What? I'm not going to be able to protect you.
But it is a recreation, and what is missing from that, for me, is that sense of danger, is that sense of risk. This is kind of a cinematic, self-fulfilling prophecy. There's a sense of almost smugness there, because we know where it ends. So instead of SNL feeling like a revolutionary act, I feel like what Jason Reitman has given us is somewhat inevitable.